We have seen some very interesting moves in the last 24 hours for BTC, and in today's video I'm going to be addressing the technical analysis, sharing my thoughts and opinions as to where I think that price action is heading next. As I get into today's video, if you do find it useful and informative, smash that like button. If you are new to the channel, subscribe, and let's take a look at what's going on here with BTC. So Bitcoin paired up with USDT here on the 1 hour Binance chart. Now initially yesterday we were looking for a little tiny move to the downside before we got into the relief rally, right? We were looking for 57,300 to 57,494, but we saw a complete reversal here, a good strong move, a closed position above the 200 hourly EMA. This was happening at 0500 hours yesterday. We can then see that we got rejected on the 200 EMA briefly, but no confirmed rejection. Another closed position above the 50 EMA, then another close here for a bullish breakthrough. Then obviously we got the next bullish breakthrough here as well, a retest on the 50 EMA 50 SMA, and that would have been a great place to be thinking about those long positions with that retest and support being found here. There's a couple of different options. We could have gone long here. Okay, that would have been the 0800 hour candle, or we could have waited for the second breakthrough, which would have been here. We would have waited for the candle either on the 0900 or 1000 hours. These two on UTC candles would have been good ones to kind of also see good moves to the upside. Stop loss probably would have just been put lower than the 200 EMA. We could have put it lower than the swing low if we wanted a tighter stop loss, and we would have targeted out 1.5 on the risk reward ratio, which of course would have played out very, very nicely here for Bitcoin. Talking about trading, are you ready for an exciting opportunity that you definitely don't want to miss out on? Imagine this: signing up to a top-tier cryptocurrency exchange and getting the chance to get your hands on a brand new iPhone 16. Yes, you heard that right. BingX is giving you that chance. BingX, one of the leading cryptocurrency exchanges out there, is running an incredible promotion right now. For all you new users just signing up and trading, you'll be entered to get a chance to get your hands on an iPhone 16. I mean, who wouldn't want the latest iPhone in their hands, right? But wait, that's not all. There's also a fantastic offer of up to 90 USDT for completing simple tasks on their platform. So not only could you walk away with an iPhone, but you could also stack up some crypto for free just by using their platform. That's a win-win situation. Here's how easy it is to get started. Sign up on BingX using my special referral link in the description down below. Complete some simple tasks to unlock up to 90 USDT. Trade on BingX futures and cross your fingers on that iPhone 16. And while you wait, start exploring some of the amazing features of BingX. Don't wait around. This promotion is only for a limited time. Click the link in the description, sign up on BingX, complete those tasks, and maybe you'll be the lucky one walking away with an iPhone 16 and some extra USDT in your wallet. Who's in? Take action now and get yourself into the BingX rewards. Now, this move to the upside did come higher than our original swing high, which we were not looking to break, which was 60,625. So this move to the downside that we were tracking as a as a 5-wave move to the downside, actually now has to be considered as a W, X, Y, X, and Z pattern, which basically means a triple zigzag pattern, which is a little irregular because I can't see how we could constitute any other kind of reason and rationale behind this structure. So very interesting stuff. Now, this move to the upside has, of course, approach the next area of resistance. Anyone who was following yesterday's video, we were looking at these previous areas of resistance here as well. You can see this breakthrough and test of this area. So this was a previous resistance turned to support, and are doing exactly the same thing right here. Now you can argue that maybe this is an inverted head and shoulder pattern for anyone who kind of follows patterns rather than the psychology side. That would basically look like this, where we can see a shoulder here, a head over here, and we're looking for that next kind of break of that neckline to the upside. Okay, so that could again be targeting out those slightly higher ranges today. Today is going to be a day of extreme volatility. We've been through this a number of times. If you join us in our free Discord server linked in the description below, we are going to be streaming the FMOC. We're going to be talking about the interest rate decisions and all that kind of stuff pretty much all day. So yeah, go ahead and jump down into the Discord if you haven't done so already. This move to the upsides is a very interesting structure. So we're going to go ahead and readjust according to new data that is available to us here. So from our lows, we have a very interesting kind of move here. And we take them to consider consideration all of these kind of structures, they are still very corrective. There's lots of overlap going on, but it does steer us up to those slightly higher ranges that we've been talking about as those kind of wildcard scenarios leading into the FMOC. So everything's kind of been playing out as we've been talking about and as we've been expecting, but are we going to be continuing this push to the upside, right? That's the bigger question. I think there's going to be extreme volatility where we do see this potential. Okay, so if we take into consideration all of these structural points, we can measure the distances here, and we're going to go and do that right now, just to give us a bit of an idea as to kind of what's going on. The 1-to-1 would be 61,432 to 62,905, right? So that's the area, and kind of actually right in line with this yellow box that we've already got drawn up on the chart. So that's going to be where we think there's the potential for a move to the upside. There is, of course, a bit more of a wildcard scenario where we can potentially rally up a little bit higher. That would be based on a larger three-wave pattern that's potentially emerging here, which would be falling in line with this kind of idea of moving out more towards 62,800 to the $64,000 level. So again, that's just above this previous area of resistance and kind of coming up close to where we were at $65,000 before. Okay, so a lot of interesting things going on here. It does look like there's still a little bit more to the upside to be had. Now, from our momentum indicator, it fully corrected on the 1 hour time frame here. So we are looking for upward momentum still here on the 1 hour. On the 4 hour, we're still looking for upward momentum, but we're close to overbought, and the same with the 8 hour. Okay, so we are looking for upward momentum to continue. If we take a look at the divergence indicator, also indicating upward momentum here, we're above the 50 level. Great bullish movement after bullish divergence, which was seen on Monday at 1400 hours. If we take a look at that, it was coming in right here actually as we lost the 200 EMA briefly on the 1 hour time frame, and as we kind of bottomed out into this low range, we actually started to see bullish divergence forming, and so great breakthroughs here on that one. So for the most part, it does appear that there's still a little bit more room to the upside as we get into FMOC, which will happen I think at 7 p.m. UK time, which is UTC +1. So yeah, you can kind of work it out from there. That's going to be an extreme amount of volatility. Obviously, the rate decision itself will see some volatility, but it's really going to be the speech afterwards, which will happen at 7:30 p.m. UTC +1. So that's going to be a very interesting time as well. Be really, really careful in the market. But there are, of course, some trading opportunities that will present themselves as we kind of get into the interest rate decision. So I'm expecting a bit of a build up towards this, and there's going to be some trading opportunities into that. And I think we're going to see negative sell-offs and kind of sell the news event once we actually have the decision, whether it's 0.25, 0.5, or that wild card of 0.75. We're going to see volatility, I think, negatively. The market's been trying to price it in on the daily chart. We've been talking about that for a while here, so the market's been trying to price it in. The relief rally going into the decision, we can still see here as well that we are in lower highs on the daily time frame and higher lows here on the daily time frame as well. This to me looks very much like we're in a continuation pattern as it sits today. If we don't break up into another higher high, that is, I'm going to go ahead and just remove these old trend lines that we had on there. And if I draw this on, you can kind of see how this is looking. This continuation pattern will be breaking down, in my opinion, because what led into it was a move to the downside. We're basically continuing sideways, and then we're going to break down from here. Our target range is $40,000 to $44,000. It seems a bit crazy, I know, but we've been talking about these kind of things for a very long time, and we're finally getting into kind of the end game. So we'll see whether or not we are right about this. Doesn't really matter either way, because of course dollar cost averaging into all of these dips has been our #1 priority, and what we've been communicating with our members down in Discord server. Basically, essentially, all these great accumulation zones have been popping up left, right, and center when it comes to the altcoins during the last 6 months or so. So some great opportunities. I still see another drop here in the market before we get into the next big runs to the upside. And yeah, it's going to be some great kind of movements to take advantage of when it comes to BTC. Now, if we kind of get a big breakout above this, I think it'll be a bit of a fake situation, just liquidating those shorts. So it's possible that maybe we tap into those slightly higher ranges above $65,000 just to liquidate the short positions before actually dropping down to liquidate the longs. I do think, although a Fed pivot and a reduction of interest rates is incredibly bullish, it's happening when liquidity is at its tightest, which means essentially there's actually more of an appetite to extract liquidity than there is to deploy liquidity, because there isn't actually liquidity to deploy. We need to first of all see several things happen. We need to see unemployment rate drop. We need to see money supply increase. And we also need to see the Federal Reserve interest rates decrease as well. There's a mix of different things got to occur in the background. We are still bullish, though, for 2025. It does look like a great run here is going to be had as we kind of go off into kind of 2025 in a really strong way, in my opinion. So, yeah, I think everything's kind of just playing out as expected. Today's a key day for the markets, stock market, and for the crypto market. So pay close attention, and with some huge opportunities for trading in there as well. I'm going to leave the video right there, though, guys. If you have found it useful and informative, smash that like button. If you are new to the channel, subscribe. And if you haven't done so already, check this video out right here. It's not one you're going to want to miss.